we've all taken L's. Let's just leave it at that. And Cormier, he took his L's twice. He'll be all right. He's a big boy, but I don't think he wants that title. If I was him, I wouldn't want that title. I wouldn't want the title. I would just be like, you know what? Y'all can keep it, because I just wouldn't want the title. It's too much. I would rather for them to just vacate it, put it out there, and then let me beat up some guys, again and get it back. I think that would change that butt from Cormier, from people. Is that, look, he went out there twice and got it from people. I mean, he was beating everybody anyway. He was undefeated after he won the title until he ran back into John Jones. So, Big L brings up a good question. Said 2-year ban, can he fight in a different company? And Big L is referring to, leagues like, Bellator, or maybe go overseas. Not necessarily, this is not MMA, but I think K1 boxing. I don't know if he would be interested in something like that, but that is a good question, Big L. But it won't be, it will not be the same spotlight like it is in the UFC. But I will probably think that somewhere he probably can, fight. But he ain't going to be making the money that he's making in the UFC. And he's losing possible endorsements deals. So we'll keep an eye on this, and we'll reach back out. We'll talk about this later at a later date as we get more information. So later on, we got a fight coming up. Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor has finally reared its little head around the corner. It is right here, ladies and gentlemen. So that fight is going on this Saturday. I'll make it simple. I'm going to go with the guy with the experience in the boxing ring. I got Floyd winning. I'm not going to say that Conor has no shot at all, because although he's not a boxer, the dude fights. And if he can somehow trap Floyd, which everyone has been trying to do, but if somehow he can trap Floyd and get him where he wants, he has a shot. He has a shot. But I'm going to go with Floyd, on this. More than anything, probably the biggest question is, who house I'm going to be watching this fight at? Because somebody got to be throwing a party. Somebody will be throwing a party. And someone will be having me and Lopan at that party. Hell yeah, Lopan. We're going to be at that party. So, right now, the Wait a Minute Show at gmail.com. If you live in Atlanta, don't be sending me no emails if you stay in Montana, because we're not coming. But if you stay in Atlanta and you having a fight party, you better for sure send me something, an invite to the party, because I want to come and see this fight. But we got a lot, going on, and other fights we got. Miguel Cotto got a fight. His last fight is this weekend as well. Nobody has talked about Miguel Cotto. I think that's a little bit disrespectful. Just disrespectful. Just a little bit. The man has been a true fighter, and had some good moments, had some pick-me-up moments. I don't know why someone scheduled this fight for the same weekend. Let me make sure that, because Lopan told me it was the same week, and I don't know if he's right. But we'll check into that, and I'll get back to it. But I think that fight is this weekend as well. But we got that. We got Floyd. We got the Big Three Championship. Here in the ATL, the Atlanta Falcons got their first preseason game in a new stadium, which I went to the new stadium. It was awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Had outlets for days. So if people charging these phones, this is a major deal to people. So if you come to a Falcons game, you got outlets all over the place to charge your phone. But this weekend is a lot going on. Again, I got Floyd winning this thing against McGregor. Big three, I just want a good game. It doesn't even matter, on it. Big L said, Jelani, why do people believe McGregor going to win the fight? Crazy. Well, it's always the same story. This was the same story. Big L, this was the same story that they had with Manny Pacquiao. Because here was the thing. This was all right. Manny Pacquiao, Floyd ain't never seen nobody or came across anybody that's as fast as Manny Pacquiao. He can probably catch Floyd, and if he catch Floyd, he got the knockout power and everything. So everyone is banking on this one Dragon Ball Z punch to take out Floyd. It could happen. Trust me. It could happen. The chances of it, though, are very minute, if you ask me, or small, I should say. And the reason I say it is because Conor is getting into the boxing ring for the first time. There will be things that he will end up learning on the fly. There will be mistakes that he probably will make in the boxing ring this is not him going out there and fighting a tune-up fight where it's just like his raw talent is going to have him excel, in this match. No, he's going against arguably the greatest pound for pound boxer ever. He's up for the task, but everyone just thinks because time runs out for everyone. And Floyd, people may be thinking this is his time, that he's finally going to get caught. He done played the game too many times. He tried to hold on, to the wins, the 49 wins and go to 50 or whatever, which I still don't think this should count as a win for either one. But Roy Jones was pretty unhittable. And he got caught that one time. Again, these are professional fighters that's catching guys, but I'm just saying, McGregor has an opportunity. He will get his opportunity, to try and do what other men haven't. But Roy got caught. He was unhittable. I remember a guy named Prince Nassim. I don't know how many people know Prince Nassim. If you don't, look him up. He was a very hard brother to hit. He had a very unorthodox, fighting style. Unorthodox. I said unorthodox. Unorthodox fighting style. Someone finally caught him. Changed up everything. So, Miguel said McGregor not even the same best MMA fighter. 0-0 fighter against a 49-0 all-time great. But the thing about Big L, I will say this, and I'm not defending Conor McGregor, but I'm just pointing out stuff maybe that hasn't been referred to you or spoken to you. MMA fighters, the one thing that they could have 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, 5 losses, and still come out there fighting and maybe not necessarily have their confidence shattered like a boxer would. Once when a boxer get to like 5, 6, 7, definitely when you get to double digits and you're like 10-0, you start building up this wall. But if something happens, it comes crashing down. So to me, Floyd, McGregor, I just don't want a boring fight. How about that? I just want a good fight. I just want to have someone, show up. No crazy stuff, no stupid stuff. Just a good fight. If Floyd beat the brakes off of him, still, just a good fight. I think Conor, regardless, is going to bring a good fight. And somebody needs to be having this at their house so I can show up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to move into My final two topics, and we're gonna move back into football here. And I was talking to you earlier about a study that people were doing about fans and these finding out, what kind of fan, NFL team fans are. This is all about NFL teams that they brought up. And one of the things that they were saying was like the Vikings, were the most hardcore team. So they got this list they made, which to me, I think it's a fun list. It's nothing to be taken serious, for. But the one thing that I saw a pattern here, and this is why I'm pointing this out. So here are some of the topics, for this study about fans. And the whole thing was as far as like for a big win or Super Bowl or something like that. And like this one here, and I'll give you this one to give you an example. Here's the percentage of fans who would eat a bowl of cockroaches for their team to win a championship. All right. So number one on that was the Carolina Panthers fan at 41%. Los Angeles Rams was at 40. Minnesota was third. Miami was fourth. Cleveland, fifth. Pittsburgh was 6. Kansas City, so on. 7. Bears, your Bears, Big L. Buccaneers and Jets, So it goes in the top 10. So that was about roaches. Then it was about gaining weight. Who would put on 100 pounds for their team to win? Or who would put a paycheck, give up their paycheck for their team to win? Who would do a root canal for their team to win? All these different, no bathing, and all that stuff. But the pattern that I saw on here, a lot of times you saw Minnesota on here, you saw Cleveland, you saw Cincinnati, you saw Mocha Bella's team, Miami, you saw Kansas City. I mean, through all those that I just named to you, you've seen the same repeat teams. Well, here's the reason why, ladies and gentlemen. Minnesota hasn't won a championship in a while, long time. Cleveland, must I even say anything? I'll move on. Yes, Miami haven't won a championship in a long time. The Los Angeles Rams. Now, I'm not going to give them credit for St. Louis Rams. St. Louis Rams won the Super Bowl in the past 10, 15 years, 20, whatever it is, 10, 15 years. The Los Angeles Rams, which was originally in Los Angeles, then went to St. Louis, now they're back. They haven't won crap. Tennessee Titans haven't won crap. Carolina Panthers haven't won crap. So, yeah, of course these teams, these fans would eat roaches and all this stuff. They ain't won nothing. You don't see the Patriots on here at all. I saw the Steelers on here once, but you don't see Packers or anything like that in this mix. I don't even think I saw the 49ers fans, on there. But teams that have had success in the past, winning championships, yeah, why would their fans eat cockroaches when you can just show up to the game and y'all probably going to win, But I will give them credit. If you're going to eat cockroaches or give up a paycheck, let me tell you something. I ain't giving up not one red cent, no paycheck to the Falcons or the Lions. I'm already paying for these season tickets. That's enough. I can't give them a whole paycheck, So, nah, it's not happening, But you start putting on some teams that have been in a championship or won some championship lately, then I'll start listening. But it was a fun little list, to see what they would do. But nah, not this guy. Big L still talking about this Floyd stuff. He said, Jelani, what's the last? What I guess he said, when's the last time you watched a Floyd fight and said it was a good fight? Floyd make all fighters look bad. That's what he does. You're absolutely right, Big L. I give you credit on that one. But it's a fight. It's a fight. People are throwing hands. So it's always that chance. I told you, it's small, but it's always that chance of him getting caught. That's why everyone is looking, wanting to